morning, scholars. Today is Thursday, January 21st, and today's words of wisdom actually come from a National Youth Poet Laureate. Her name is Amanda Gorman, and she recited one of her poems that she wrote at the presidential inauguration yesterday. And she's a 22-year-old woman, a young woman, and but as a student in middle school, she got interested in poetry, and she in wrote a lot of poetry and got really good at it. And she entered a competition when she was older, maybe high school, I would assume. And she won the National Youth Poet Laureate honor. And so she was invited to the inauguration, and she recited a beautiful poem that she wrote. I recommend that you check it out on YouTube. It's just beautiful. But I did want to share with you her final lines of her poem, which I thought really struck me and caused me to reflect and think about education and teaching and learning, and thought I would share them with you. So at the end of her poem, she ends it like this. Her poem is a little bit about darkness and light, and by darkness, I think sometimes, poets use metaphor to convey meaning. So they might talk about, she uses the shade, meaning the darkness is the shade, like underneath the tree, a shade. And then these last lines talk about light. So if you know anything about poetry, you know that poets and artists use metaphor or things that are different to mean different things. And by shade, I think she means sadness and hatred and some negative things. And by light, I think she means joy and positivity and love and caring for others and unity. And so the final lines of her poem are, there is always light. If only we are brave enough to see it, if only we are brave enough to be it. And so what this line means to me is that sometimes it takes courage to see the positive out in the world, the light in the world, the light in others, to see that positive or care or love in others. And sometimes it's even harder to see it within ourselves. And sometimes that may be because we think there are expectations that we are to be a certain way, a really good student, a really good daughter, a really good son. And sometimes our light may be a little silly or a little wild or a little crazy. And it's really important for us to try to find some time where we feel that our light is shining. And so today I invite you to let your light shine for yourself and for others, and have a wonderful teaching and learning day. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.